Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Green Raven here. This is take 3 at me attempting to record this. I am most annoyed. The first time I got interrupted. The second time the game crashed. My life. Anyways, so I've been playing a bit of Eternal Crusade lately, and I want to show you what the game is like. So away we go. Okay, so there are a total of 4 factions you can choose. There are the Space Marines. There's the pretty boy Eldar. There's the boys and Chaos. So there's total 4 factions. Each of them are pretty unique. And within each faction, you can also choose, within each race, you can also choose a subsection. As you can tell right here, if you know anything about 40k lore, these are Dark Angels, Space Marines. I don't really know Eldar too well or Orcs too well, so you probably can't really tell who they are. And these are the Word Bearers, Chaos Marines. So I'm going to quickly show you this again, which technically you didn't see the first time. So, as I've mentioned before, there you go. You can pick different chapters of Space Marines. You have the Smurfs, the Ultramarines, there are the Blood Angels, there are the Dark Angels, there are Imperial Fists, and there are the Space Wolves. I am actually I'm considering re-rolling my character and making a Space Wolf, possibly. Now, it doesn't actually, choosing a race like Eldar, Space Marine, that actually matters for your gameplay, but the chapters do not. It's purely cosmetic, so I'm kind of annoyed that you can't just change on the fly. Now, there are also successor chapters. On top of those, there are the Silver Skulls. There are Hog Lords, Pretty Boys, Flash Terrors, and there are the Black Templars, crazy ass mofos. So yeah, stuff to choose from visually and stuff. So here are my loadouts real quick again. Here's a Tactical Marine. This is your basic grunt. I had him with a Stalker bolter before, except I customized a basic bolt gun and I tricked it out with a 6x scope and a barrel extension, giving it more range. So, but then I decided just to switch things up and just try new stuff. So here he is with a grav gun. Here is the Devastator. I also had him have a different weapon right before I started recording. I decided to go with a burning las cannon, which is good for burning people. Up until that point, I was using a grav gun. Alright, then we have the Jump Assault. Smashy smashy from above. This is my favorite character. Whenever I play any kind of online game, any online multiplayer game, I generally pick the healing support class. And I took away his bolter and gave him a chainsword and plasma pistol, a special plasma pistol, which is really powerful but only has a few shots. Now, I'm mostly just running around the battlefield healing people, so I'm not really concerned with fighting, so that's why the chainsword and plasma pistol. This thing only has 3 shots before it needs to recharge, but that's all I really need. I mean, again, I'm mostly focusing on healing, so the few times that I shoot, might as well make it extra hardy. And as you can see by the pluses, I have upgraded healing gear. And last but not least, we have the Ground Assault. I recently upgraded to a Power Fist for when you really need to slap a hoe. there you go. I just want to quickly show you. As you can see, my skill tree for the apothecary is nearly maxed out compared to all the others. And with that, away we go. We're not going to do battle now. We're just going to do a world map. As did I mention in this recording that there's been decline of player base? Yeah, there has. So that's why. But at this time of day, you don't really get many people playing 4 and 5 sods waiting to start a game. Usually Chaos and Space Marines fighting it out. So there's 4 factions, and there's a continent for each. Space Marines versus Chaos Marines, Space Marines versus Orcs, Space Marines versus Eldar, and it's the same for the other races. Chaos versus Eldar, Orcs versus Eldar, Chaos versus Orcs, and here you have the Tyranids, which is an NPC wave thing. So, we will be doing the training garrison. Now, you really don't need to wait for a fucking queue if you're just dropping into training. Like, for real game. Really. You gotta wait in the queue just to do training. Anyway, so yeah, I will quickly show you. Hopefully the game will not crash. This world does not like me. As I've mentioned, this is my 3rd attempt at recording this. So I've not had the greatest record so far.
The enemy comes! Hold them off and win the day!
Roar! So yeah, I have chosen the Tactical Marine. I have chosen.
We shall seek absolution!
I have chosen the Dark. Oh, motherfucker! Did I seriously know? Oh, I guess we're showing the ground assault first, boys and girls. So, there you go. Beginning training area. Who's ready to slap a bitch? Yeah! Bam! Murdered! Bam! Slap a hoe! Over 1,000 damage, yo! Bitch! So yeah, I just recently upgraded to a power fist. When you really need to slap a bitch. Bam! And it fully upgraded does 1,570 damage. So I was gonna show you the tactical, but I guess I jerked. Swing. 1 hit, 1 kill. Cause you really gotta slap a hoe. Come on. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So anyways, this is the tactical assault. Bye-bye, bitch.
This shall be a day of reckoning!
So yeah, they're programmed to just fucking die as soon as they, So yeah, I just want to quickly show you the game and what it's like. This is just a random thing. This is going to go in my random, whatchamabobit-macallit, random playlist. Not going to be actually playing anything just yet. So yeah, this is the things and the words. This is the ground assault. Slap a hoe! Wow. So now we are gonna quickly show you the Tactical Marine, which is the default.
I am the shield of deliverance! The hammer of Ra!
Their main objective is to...
We are angels of darkness!
Well,
we
capture objectives.
The souls!
They exist for one thing only. To capture a control point. This game basically comes down to capture the flag. And I think the game's gonna crash again. The video's starting to stutter. Not so good. I'm gonna let it buffer real quick. So yeah, this is the Tactical Marine. They are the basic dudes. Oh, I see some people over there. They're doing brofist training. Good for them. So yeah, zappy zap gun. You can use a backup. Knife.
Die a thousand times before the end!
And he's showing the apothecary. Alright, so next up I will show you the ground assault, which we already had. Jump assault.
Alliance still watching!
This is the fun part. Whee! Oh yeah! Kill some heroes. So yeah, this is the jump assault. As you can see, their purpose is to get behind enemy lines and wreck shit. Alright, next up, we will show you the Apothecary, my favorite class.
This place will run with the blood of the Emperor's enemies!
He can do this, and he can do this, and most importantly, he can do this. It's a healing grenade. See, there you go. The specialty plasma pistol gets 1, 2, 3 shots. How many hooks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I am mostly busy focusing on healing people and healing people and healing people to actually be concerned with fighting. So that's why I gave a plasma pistol that only gets 3 shots per clip and a goddamn chainsaw. Alright, last but not least, we'll show you the Devastator.
Here we shall seek absolution!
Who has a burning glass cannon. Oh, as long as I'm here, I'm going to quickly show you the Space Marine vehicles, which come from here, but go over there. I think this is the nearest vehicle station, I'm not entirely sure. Oh well. Alright, so, vehicles are, you get a Rhino, an APC. It holds 10 people. You've got the driver. You also have a gunner. And all the other seats on board. And you get 8 seats total for that. And that is the Rhino. Its only purpose is to get you places faster. It also works as a mobile spawn point, so you can actually spawn on a Rhino instead of an actual spawn point. Next up, I will show you the Predator tank. See, they see at the bottom it said deployed. Okay, so the tank works a little differently. It has a total of, there's a driver, and there are 4 seats. There is the main cannon. There is the turret, top turret. There is the side turret, and the other side turret. So there you go. Turret, main cannon. So that is the, oh, motherfucker, you can't target your own vehicles. So that is, those are the Space Marines. So yeah. 16 minutes. Wow, this is going to be an hour-long video at this rate. Anyways. Whoopsie daisy.
Redemption and glory!
That will do it for Space Marines. I will be showing you the other race next, which should be Eldar. So each of the races have 5 classes. They're relatively the same, except the Eldar. The motherfucking Eldar have a few more. So I'm going to show you the Eldar next. The Knife Ears, the pretty boys. So their classes are the Stinging Scorpion. Now, if you know anything about the lore, if you played any other games before, then you kind of should know what these guys do, but if not, you're in for a treat. The Striking Scorpions do invisibility. They are infiltrators and scouts. This is the one unit that none of the other races have. And I've tricked them out with a poisonous sword. Next up is the Howling Banshee. They are similar to the Striking Scorpion in that they use a sword and a pistol to attack, but they have a mask which goes ah, and it shocks and stuns enemies. The Dire Avenger is their basic shock troop. I have a master-crafted twin-linked shuriken. It fires twice as much, twice as fast. Oh, more equals better. And this is their Devastator class. This is their heavy weapons. The Fire Dragon. They will mess your shit up. They have 2 melta-bombs, and they have oh my god. They've got these flamers. Next up is their other heavy class. They get 2. The Dark Reaper. I currently have him with a special Reaper launcher. Their other weapons are shuriken cannons and a missile launcher. Next up is the Swooping Hawk. This is their aerial class. And out of all of the aerial class, like the Space Marines have the Jump Assault, the Orcs have Storm Boys, but none of them actually fly. Most of them only hop. This is the only class to actually truly and legitimately fly. And last but not least is the Warlock class. I also have the Elite Warlock unlocked because I played enough with Knife Ears. I currently have just a generic Flame, Lightning, and Healing combo. Now, since I showed you the other things before, so there are do not have the... Yeah, so I'm not really good with the other Oh, they don't do... I don't think they do other... They don't do other... Oh my god, factions as well. You get these, but... I kind of want to get this, but I'm not sure if I should. So yeah, they don't do faction. The Chaos Marines do the same thing as the Eldar and the Orcs only do individual customization, not thingy based. Anyways, so as you see, the world map changed now. What do we have available to us? Because again, all right, we are going. Some poor hose actually. Yeah, so the game has been in a bit of a decline in recent months, and at this time of day there's pretty much nobody on, except you saw the Space Marines versus Chaos. That's pretty much always a given. It's always a given. Alright, so I'm going to show you the Eldar. Hopefully the game will not crash, because I'm doing this the 4th or 5th time. I'm really not going to be... Alright, so, change loadout, Dire Avenger this time. We shall begin this right and proper. Yeah, I'll start here.
Our duty is our destiny. War!
Alright, so, Eldar are fast. They are ridiculously fast. They usually have a number of dodges. Look at their weapons. If you've never actually played a 40k game, Eldar are all about speed. They move fast, they shoot fast, they hit hard and strike hard. Look at that. Compare that to, oh, say, a bolter, which goes boom, boom, boom. Yep. Their weapons are in full auto. The Space Marines have the option to do single fire or burst. The Eldar only have auto. Yeah. Now the the Dire Avengers are also someone's doing the tutorial. They too do this. Their only purpose is to capture, and most of the maps are about capturing.
Our songs, the martial beats of war!
So I'm just going to quickly show you the other classes yonder over there, and then I will show you the vehicles for the Eldar. Sound good? So yeah, there you go. Twin Wing Shuriken fires fast. The Eldar attack fast to begin with. Their secondary weapon is a Shuriken pistol, also fast. And a stabby knife. Alright, next up I will show you the Howling Banshee.
I can hear the storm of silence calling at my soul!
So they have a sword and a pistol, like most of the other classes, but they have a class ability. And that class ability is... that. It's a scream which penetrates enemies and makes them vulnerable to attacks for a few seconds, and the scream recharges relatively fast. Now that I have a special power up for it. I don't like the layout button for this. You cannot customize it. You have to press T, which is kind of out of the way, to be honest. Alright, next up I will show you the Striking Scorpion.
Karandra's memories call us to war!
So there you go. When they crouch, they become virtually invisible. and when you crouch move, you are only barely visible. And you get a special bonus if you attack. As you can see, I have a poison blade, which does added poison. Now, if you stand still, I think the game's gonna crash. No? Okay. If you stand still, you also become invisible, but you do it... So like here, standing still, as you can see, it takes a little while to cloak. However, when you crouch, you almost instantaneously become invisible. Yoink. So yeah, these guys, their job is to infiltrate and to wreck shit. Usually what I'll do sometimes is I'll go to an enemy point, just sit there, wait until their backs are turned, and then I strike. And the poison adds up.
Hatred is our venom!
Next up, I will show you the Swooping Hawk. Now, as I mentioned before, this is
upon us!
This is the only class to truly fly. See, look, there you go. You actually, truly, really, truly, actually fly. Unlike the other quote-unquote aerial classes. Also, you can do this. You can just hover in midair, and you can snipe. So yeah, this is the only true aerial class in the game. You can do that, and you can return back to flying. And then when you've had enough, stop, pew, and back to flying. Also, they can do this. So yeah, this is, again, as I've said, the only true aerial class in the game.
They will learn fear!
Next up, I will show you the Warlock.
My awful talents are required!
I have two spells. I have heals. Let me quickly show you. There you go. It latches on to a nearby friendly, and it continues to regenerate their health. Now, unfortunately, you cannot do anything else like attack, because that will break your concentration. And since I went with the Destructor power, where is it? There we go. As you can see, my pauldron is a flaming pauldron because I am a warlock. Zap, lightning. There is friendly fire, by the way, but not here.
Poison! All is poison! I will teach them the pain a soul can feel!
Alright, next up is the Fire Dragon. This is my second
Fire
favorite.
purifies, and we have much to make well!
It will wreck your shit. These things will destroy vehicles pretty fast, especially if you toss in a few melta bombs. Boom. Fire. Pretty.
No steel is proof against our breath!
That is true. So yeah, usually if I pick Fire Dragon, I do not bother with the rest of the game. I will just run around the map and destroy APCs and predators. Alright, last but certainly not least is the heavy
Thus
Reaper,
starts the
Dark
reaping
Reaper.
times.
I have a cannon which can be fired either in multiple shots or one single powerful blammo. I recently upgraded the to this one. I had one that shoots a typical amount of 30. Oh, 30. Oh my god, I just looked at the oh, my video's been ringing. A typical amount that shoots about 10 shots. This one only shoots 3, but these pack more of a punch. So that's kind of the trade-off. Shoot 3, but 3 are more powerful. And now I'll show you the Eldar vehicles. Alright, their transport, the Serpent. Now, unlike the Space Marine vehicle, the driver can actually attack. The driver has this front-mounted laser thing, I'm a jig, I'm a bob, which does that. There's also a second seat, which, just like with the Space Marines. Now, again, the Eldar are all about speed, so you get a twin shuriken. And the other seats are also just basic seats. Now, one thing I also forgot to show you with the Space Marines is that all the NPCs have a resupply option. I said resupply. There we go. And they again work as mobile spawn points. And now I will show you the tanks, the Serpents. Again, as with all things Eldar, now the Space Marine human tanks, they have side turrets. These do not. They simply just have 2 spots, 2 transport spots. Now, again, the driver actually has firepower, unlike the Space Marines. You can shoot this quick kind of mow people down kind of beam. The secondary seat is this cannon. It takes a little while to charge up, but it does hella damage compared to just randomly poofing smoke. Alright, so that is the Eldar classes and the Eldar
Souls for the Harvester!
and the Eldar vehicles. We will now redeploy and show you the orcs, or the boys. Alright, so next up, Wog. So as you can see, I played quite a bit with the elves and the chaos, as you can see by the rank 5 and rank 5, and only rank 4 and rank 4. So yeah. Okay, we are now dealing with the orcs. Now, Space Marines are tough and gruff. Elves are, well, Space Marines are balanced, to be honest. Elves are fast, and the orcs are all about that power. As I mentioned before, the elves and the Eldar don't really have faction-specific customizations. They have individual customizations, meaning there's no chapters. You saw there's chapters for Space Marines, and you will see them for Chaos Marines. So yeah. Also, they do have elite classes. Yeah. Alright, so loadouts. Here is a basic shooter boy, just a basic grunt. I gave him a specialized shooter. It goes rat-a-tat-a-tat-a pretty fast. I'm quite happy with that. Next up is the looter, or the Luda. I gave him, he starts off with a DEFCON, with a deck of DEFCON, which is basically just a really fast shooting gun. He can also has the plasma DEFCON, which powers up and goes boom. And you can also have a ZEP DEFCON, which takes a little while to power up and shoot. But what I have went with is the Cannon DEFCON. I like. It is a long-range mortar cannon, which just lobs destructive death. I fucking love it. Next up is the Stormboy. This is the aerial unit. Again, like with the other three, the Space Marines, Chaos Marines, and Orcs, they just only really hop. They don't really fly. Eldars are the only race that truly, really fly. Next thing is the Slugger. This is the melee class, and I've given him a bloodthirsty Ghost Champa and a one-shot Slugger. Now, I mostly specialize in melee. That's why I have this kind of Magnum one-shot, one-kill kind of thing. And I have a specialty 2 docs. I have a Pain Boy, which, as you can see, specializes in poison. A poison add-on to his Urdy Syringe, and a Sticky Slugger, which shoots poison, and a Sticky Bomb. And to contrast that, I have a Doc, which has a Doc Bomb and a Big Vial. So, let us now go do and see the Orcs in battle. Training. There's no log today. So this is good. This is probably going to end up being a hour-long video as an introduction to 40k Eternal Crusade. Hopefully some of you like it. There will be a insurgents and these are the maps available since we've picked the different combinations for the different races. Alrighty, right. So we are about to show you the boys. Alright. I have picked the Blood Moons, I think? I forgot what I picked. I know my Space Marines and I know my Chaos Marines. Orcs and Eldars not too well. I picked the so yeah, we're gonna quickly show you the
Who they sorted out? Goths! Don't try for the Goths!
Goths, that's what I picked. Alright. There you go. Make sure Orc It is, however, an Orc weapon, as you can see. The spread goes quite big. You pretty much have to do on the outside. And I have a basic pistol.
Stop being silly, you lot! This is war!
Now, there's something that the Orcs can do, which I can't really show you, and that is WOG. Now, when you're playing an actual game, and if you're doing reasonably well, towards the end you'll get a WOG. Now, what happens during a WOG is if you get mortally wounded, you will instantly die. You are fucking dead, but you can respawn immediately. So what normally happens, which I can't really show you here, is when you die, well, actually, I can kind of show you. Redeploy. When you die, there's a timer, which counts. Usually, it's about 10 seconds. Until you can respawn again. But when you have a WOG,
See how a proper orc fights.
you respawn immediately. So yeah, I will now show you the other,
I'm knocking everything's teeth in.
I will show you the other classes now. Stick bomb! Alright, next up is the Slugger, the melee class. Now,
Let's sort it out.
this is usually only the tactical grunts can capture, but they're the sluggers also can capture. One of the few. See, there you go, the asterisk right there. This class can capture objectives. So yeah, I have a melee weapon, which siphons health. It has lifesteal, but you can't really see that in the training. And I have this one shot, one kill slugger. Again, I am mostly just doing this, and only if they get far enough away out of like leaping distance or whatever, then I will do, well, not that. I will do that. So yeah. So that is the melee class for the orcs. Next up is the Storm Boy. Again, as mentioned
Everyone is
before,
getting some in the face.
I've given him a repeater slugger. Instead of just manually shooting one at a time, he can go off-wild. And, like with all the other aerial classes in the game, he only really hops. Only really just hops. Alright, next up we have the first variant
Who needs sorted out?
of the dock, which is the Pain Boy. I have a sticky bomb, sickly sticky bomb, which poisons everyone. There you go. I also have as I showed you, a sticky slugger, which every shot poisons.
My fist wants to meet your teeth.
And a poison 30 syringe. So I'm all about that poison, yo. Poison. So yeah, now the second variant I have is the... oh, they separated them. Okay. The second variant is the Doc.
See how a proper orc fights.
He has a Doc Bomb, which heals you. There you go. And I have a really good syringe. And I have just a basic plain whatchamabobit. Alright. And last but not least is the Cannon Def Gun. Now it has two modes. You have a direct shot, which does that, and you have a mortar mode, which does that. If you zoom in with mortar mode, it only does that. However, if you zoom in with... oh, I guess I was thinking of something else. So there you go. Motherfucking cannon. They are high... it is very, very highly recommended that... there we go. That's what I was thinking. So if you are bracing, you get much better accuracy. Alright. Let us now show you how stupid the orcs can be. Now, let us now show you the vehicles of the boys. Alright. So, first up, we have a wagon. Now, what the orcs provide, now the vehicle is almost identical to the Space Marines and Gas Marines in terms of functionality. This is what you can do, boys and girls. You can honk your horn. I absolutely fucking love this. So, that aside, in terms of functionality, this is exactly like the Space Marines and the Chaos Marines in terms of functionality. There's a driver and there's a single turret up top. Also, the vehicles handle like ass, as orc weapons should. There is a turret, and the other sides are quite simply just seats. I do love the horn though. I admit I will honk it excessively. Excessively. Alright, and last but not least is the tank. This functions more or less like the Space Marines. There is a seat. There is the main cannon. There is a turret. Now the thing is though, the Space Marine turret turns 360 degrees. This only faces the front. Side turret, other side turret, and that will do it for derp, and that will do it for the orc weaponry. Also resupply and mobile spawn block. That is the orcs, and now last but not least I will show you chaos. Alrighty, right. So last but not least, this is going to be an hour-long video. Chaos. I have chosen the Word Bearers Legion. Like the Space Marines, they do have actual chapters. There are the Alpha Legion. There is the Black Legion, aka the Sons of Horus, previously. And that's the Alpha Legion. Iron Warriors. I kind of wanted Iron Warriors, man, because look how shiny they are. Look how motherfucking shiny they are. So shiny, so smooth. There are the Night Lords. And there are the Word Bearers, as I've mentioned. I picked them because I like the whole word thing etched on everything. Where is the goddamn foot? I like this helmet, which is also only Word Bearers exclusive. There's a foot. Where is the goddamn foot? Where do they seriously oh, there we go. Word Bearer's foot, you get writing on your feet. So yeah, there's also no elite class. Also, they have a very specific weapon, which is attuned to your alignment. Now, what is different about the Chaos Marines from Osea? Oh my God, the words. From the Space Marines. The worship of the Chaos Gods. You can get a mark each of the 4 gods, and it'll do something special. Not only that, but it'll grant you special weaponry. So really quickly here, they do have this weapon, which I like. If you're unattuned, it technically does not exist. It's an ethereal weapon. However, if you choose Corn, you get this: Nurgle, Slaanesh, and Tzeentch. So yeah, the worship of the Chaos Gods is what the specialty of the Chaos Marines is. Next up is the Heavy, the Havoc. I gave him a Twin Melta. The Raptor, which functions identical to the Space Marine counterpart. I have a special. This one, as you can see right here, it says requirement Mark of Slaanesh. It is a Mark of Slaanesh weapon. God damn it. Next up, I have. Well, I'll show you the Assault. I have the Chaos Assault. He's a worshiper of Nurgle. He has a poison sword. And I have 1, 2, 3 Chaos Sorcerers. Ho, ho, ho. I have a Slaanesh Sorcerer, which has... Each of them have their own unique way of healing, and each of them have their own unique attack. So that is mucho cool. And I have an Elite Sorcerer. He's got skulls. Alright, so let us now show you the final... Whoopsie daisy. Let us now show you the final faction, the Chaos Marines, and that will be it. I'm already running at 50 minutes. Wow. Hopefully some of you are watching this and you're interested in the game, and you'll pick this up. It is now free to play, much to my... Usually when a game goes from a paid game to a free to play, that's not a good sign. And the game kind of dipped off in player base, player stuff, so yeah. So partly that's also why I'm making this video, so people can see this and go, hey, this is a cool game, I'm gonna play. And honestly, do you really need to be in a queue when you're just doing training? But anyways, so yeah, right. I will now show you the Chaos Marines, and that will do it for this bit. I will actually start recording matches after this. So, yep. Bump dee dee bump bum bump bump bump. So yeah, I have chosen the Word Bearers. Alright, also their physical assault can also capture. Alright.
The gods sent me here!
Womp womp. I have a special bolter. Now you can't really see this, but what it does is it pierces enemies, meaning that if you're in a heavily actually I think it should work on these motherfuckers. So as you can see, there's 2 Tyranids here, and it doesn't work on the back. Well, basically, when you're actually playing the game and you're actually...
The warp will never be sated!
When you're fighting, it will go through an enemy and up to 2 other enemies behind you. Otherwise, they're pretty much identical to Space Marines in terms of power. Eldars are fast, Orcs are resilient, Chaos Marines are pretty much identical, with the exception of the worshipping of Chaos bonus. Also, in case some of you have noticed throughout the video, the capture points are different based on what faction you're playing with. So, again, the Tactical Marine, his sole purpose is to capture. And, yeah. I'm going to quickly show you the other classes now. Back to the training field. Oh, no. I do believe it did go through. Okay, so there you go. It actually does go through. You can't really see it too well though, but I'm trying to like line it up where you can. Okay, I'm all out of shots.
The corpse birthday is done!
You can't really see it too well, but okay. But that is the basic grunt. His only sole purpose is to swarm and capture. Next up is the assault, which, like the orc, can capture.
We tend Grandfather Nurgle's gardens.
I have mine attuned to Nurgle. As a result, he gets a chainsword which poisons, as you know, that's what Nurgle does.
The pox on them.
Also, the taunt.
Pour sickness into them.
Now, the taunt depends on what chapter you're picking, like Dark Angels will say something about Caliban and blah blah blah. Chaos Marines not only have a taunt based on what chapter or legion they are,
Nurgle's gift.
but also which Chaos God they are worshipping. Alright, next up is the Raptor. He is...
The Dark Prince has given us distraction.
He is attuned to Slanesh. And he gets this, he gets this special plasma pistol. It shoots a triple burst. Most plasma pistols only have a one-shot kind of deal going on. This is the only multi-shot plasma pistol.
Is there a greater art than killing? Ah, the rush of battle. It pleasures me.
Alright, next up we have the Havoc, who is Corn.
Law and horror are upon you.
Who is Corn attuned.
Who dies first? Give your blood to me. We are the axe that cuts open the world.
Now, this weapon has, does a shit ton of amount of damage, but there's a price to be paid. I think my video is going to crash. There's a price to be paid, and it has really, really quick overheat and crazy recoil. I'm going to try and wrap this up so neither of the video nor the game crashes, and show you the remaining classes. The Tentacle Priest, the Slanesh attuned Chaos Sorcerer.
Rejoice in the orchestra of pain. Find the most beautiful. I want you. Mar it.
Alright, so the first is Hysterical Frenzy. Now, let me find enough enemies close together. Damn it! Alright, so what this does... Now, what this does is it will heal any friendlies and automatically debuff any enemies. Since I'm alone here, I can't really... See, there you go. It does that. You're healing yourself, and you are debuffing nearby enemies while you heal. Which is kind of this is good when you're in the middle of like a really crowded area. So you get to heal your troops, and then you also get to destabilize the enemy. And for his attack, he has this interesting spell called the Lash of Slanesh. It's like a whip towel kind of thing. It has a residual effect of making them weaker for a few seconds. Kind of spiffy.
Soon, brothers, they will course in our veins.
Yeah, I should really end this video like soon. Alright, next up is the Nurgle Sorcerer.
Some infections grow slowly.
Now, he has a circle of flesh. Basically, anyone who gets within 10 feet of him is automatically healed. Now, as a worshipper of Nurgle, he also gets a special Nurgle grenade, which, three guesses what it does? Poison. And for his offensive spell, he has Stream of Corruption. It is a persistent, increasing poison. So, like, check this out real quick. Pay attention to the numbers. You're only doing 5, 13, 33. Well, if I had more charge, basically, the longer you have it set, the more damage it does. Let's see if we can quickly cheese it. Alright, well, I don't have enough energy to really increase it beyond anything. Next, we have the Slanesh.
Now we shall manifest our will.
No, that's Zinch one. His form of healing is this. He creates a this area of effect heal. So as you can see, they're all different. With the Slanesh one, you have to physically keep channeling healing to them. With Nurgle, they have to come to you, and here he just simply creates an area of effect. Now, for his offensive spell, he has this, which does lingering fire damage for a few seconds. There you go. Toasty! You can hear the burning and the scorch marks. Alright, and last but not least, the elite version I have.
We herald this world's destruction!
And then we shall do the vehicles and call it a wrap before something crashes. Alright, I was gonna do the heal first. Very basic heal. You point, it heals. Since I'm the only one, it automatically heals yourself. Now, for his offensive spell, he is an elite unit, so you charge up and shoot off this mortar-like blast. Bam! He is good for sieges, as you can tell, because this takes a while to charge up. It's really not practical to shoot a single enemy with this. Again, it's mostly good on sieges, walls, and the like. Now, we'll show you the vehicles. They are literally identical to the Space Marines in every way. The corrupted Rhino. It has everything. It looks exactly like a normal Rhino, except it has a few spikes on it. It has a driver's seat. It has I'm just going to get this area. It's got a turret. And it has 4 slots for seating. And it also has a resupply. Supply crate. It's not really, maybe because I don't need it. Alright, well anyways, so I will now show you the tank, which is also identical, but I will show you for the sake of showing it, and I'm going to call this video a wrap. This isn't over an hour long. Hopefully some of you are still here with me to the end. Literally identical to the Space Marines in every way. Again, I do like the honking of the horn. So see, there you go, 360 degrees for the Space Marines and the Chaos Marines. Orcs only up front. Eldar do get to choose Eldar do get to choose to have the driver attack, and they're fast and such and things.
Listen! The gods are laughing!
Yes, they are. And that will do it, boys and girls. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. I will be doing actual parts after this. I will be playing actual matches. They will be shorter than an hour, I promise you. The average match is only like 10-15 minutes, most. So there you go. That was my quick look at the Space Marines, the Eldar, the Orcs, and Chaos. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I will be doing actual parts later. And I'm going to call it a wrap. Thank you for watching. I'm glad this video did not crash. Again, as I've mentioned in the beginning, this is my third attempt at recording this. Anyways, bye-bye till sayonara. Thank you for watching. Check this game out. Hopefully you like it. And, yeah. Bye-bye.